it's like Kamala ain't like take no stance on nothing. Like she wasn't clear. Like she wasn't standing on nothing. Trump was at least standing on stuff. Like he had clear. He told you what he was gonna do, what he wanted. She was like flip flop. Like she wasn't standing. She wasn't standing on nothing.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Catacombs. So now this dude, the first dude, like he's actually correct. Like she was flip flopping, she was doing all that stuff and confusing the hell out of a lot of people. But I don't understand when it comes to the media and when they choose to talk to certain to black people, they always find these types, the people that have these heavy ass like borderline ratchet, real ghetto type of accents and things like that. I just don't understand it. And saying all that lingo is as if they can't find anybody that can actually speak the English language properly. It's not all black people talk like that. He like, can we find somebody else that can actually articulate? That he was saying he wasn't standing on that. He was stand on that. He at least Trump was standing on something. Like to the person that's listening outside of that, would they even know what the fuck he's talking about? You see what I'm saying? Like this type of thing it always paints us. I really do not like when I see a lot of like it's the same thing with what the hell was that Boondocks episode?
I seen the whole thing, nigga. You should have seen that shit. I saw it, nigga.
Oh,
that
great.
Shit.
Black
Oh,
eyewitness man. I hate black eyewitness man. Nigga, shush.
With my own eyes, nigga. Damn, that shit was crazy, nigga. I seen everything. Hold up. Nigga, that's me on TV, baby. Yeah, nigga. Yeah. I ain't got your money, nigga. Oh, Jesus! It was terrible. I was in the club, and this bitch stepped on my shoe, and I was like, bitch! And then some nigga started shooting. I was like, there he go. He done f***ed up everybody.
I mean, yeah, they're hating black eyewitnesses. It's just like, yo, you need to get somebody that actually can speak, man. And it's always like that. Rarely do I see like somebody that they pick up off the street or pick up like just randomly. There's always somebody that talks like that. Maybe that's on us. Maybe it's not so much the fault of the media. Maybe that's on us. We got to really take a little bit more pride in how we speak and present to the world, especially when there's a camera in front of our face, especially in today's world. Because today's world, when that camera's in your face, more than likely, it ain't going to just be the people that are in your country or your state or your city that's going to see that. It's going to be tens of thousands, maybe even millions, hundreds of thousands, or possibly millions of people that's going to watch that video across the net. So,
Like society getting soft. Like everything's so soft, sensitive, filtered, and all that. And then you got Trump. He gonna say what he want, like regardless. He don't really got no filter. He gonna say what he want.
As far as the right, there are a lot of young men who see themselves in the examples that they're seeing on the right. They see principled people, whether they come from the same religious or social background as they do. They see people who are about their family. On the left, you see this notion that a family can look like anything other than a man and a woman. And there are a lot of young men who don't believe in that.
well, let's go ahead and call it what it is, man. The left don't believe in any type of masculinity. If you are a masculine man and you actually, are responsible, you hold yourself down, you stay in your square, you don't, you're not sassy, you're not effeminate, you're not agreeing with everything that women say, then you're not welcome on the left. That's literally what I've experienced myself personally, and I see it online all the time. You see other men, telling their stories when it comes to that. I mean, we have like that, if y'all remember that commercial from Gillette saying, everything that men were doing in that commercial, they were told that it was toxic and it was wrong and everything. But have anybody ever seen any type of commercials or ads, whatever have you, talking about toxic femininity? Because there's plenty of that right now. I mean, there's toxic femininity that's laced with misandry. Some of these women, I would argue that they actually hate men. They're just, hiding behind the victim and the victimhood of women. That society places women as the perpetual victim. And I mean, come on, man. I mean, that's the real reason why the right is getting a lot more male support, because it's not telling men or young boys that You are toxic because you're a little rambunctious. You're toxic because you can't sit still for 17 hours like a girl can. You know, you're toxic because you actually want to climb things. You're a little mischievous. You know, you're being a 6-year-old boy with a hell of a lot of energy, and you need to burn it off. You know, you're toxic if you're that, and that's what the left does. You're toxic if you're a toxic man if you do anything that's manly. If you do anything that is not what a woman tells you to do. And that's even more prevalent within the black community. It's crazy.
Don't agree with that.
And other communities that decided to side with the Republican Party. And I don't know everything, but one of my theories is because we're not meeting the needs of average, everyday, working citizens.
I mean, all you got to do is take a look outside. All you got to do is take a look at any major city where there's a large black population. A lot of those places are Democrat ran. And there's no way in hell that you're addressing the needs of the men in those areas, in those regions. Because if you were, then you wouldn't have lost a lot of black men. Now, you know, I think the numbers are 80% still voted Democrat, but 20% didn't. That's crazy. That's a large. The Trump doubled, you know, more than doubled his black male support, and he got a lot more black women to support him as well this time around. That speaks a lot. That speaks volume. Now I would have wanted it to be like 50%, but you know, still 80% of black men and women are still brainwashed by Democrats. I don't understand it. I don't know how you can sit there and watch these people put the policies up, do what they're doing, give money to all these other groups, while telling you there isn't nothing for you, letting your schools go down the gutter, letting your neighborhoods be crime-ridden, letting your neighborhoods be drug-infested, letting your neighborhoods go to shit pretty much, and the only thing that they'll willfully fund is putting a Planned Parenthood clinic in your neighborhood so your daughters can go and kill her babies. And if you happen to be pregnant yourself, you know, 25, 30-year-old black woman, if you happen to get pregnant yourself, they'll tell you, yeah, you're too poor, so you might as well go and get rid of your baby. That is what the Democrats do when it comes to black people. They just I don't understand it. This woman Kamala, I mean, she lost. And they're asking the questions of how or why. Well, what the hell was she giving anybody? Especially black men. I mean, black women complain about black men all the time, not to have money, they ain't provide, protect, you know, the whole litany of stuff that they come up with. Well, why wouldn't you want a candidate that's going to prioritize making your men stronger? So you don't have to be the breadwinner. You don't have to be the masculine one. You know, all these things with all these videos and shit like that coming up with black women talking about, well, if I didn't have to go out and work 2 jobs, if I didn't have to do this, then I can then bask in my femininity. Then why the hell are you going against your men by picking policies and politicians who are championing policies that are destroying your men? I don't fucking understand it. I don't get it. You vote against everything that will help your man become what you're saying you want him to become, and then you get mad when he doesn't become it. And when you have your sons, you baby the hell out of them and you push the father out. If the father was, you know, a competent man at all, a lot of y'all pushed him out. All right, I'm going on a rant. Let me finish it. That's a whole nother video. Let me just finish this real quick.
People are telling you groceries are too high. People are telling you that rent prices are out of control.
They will, you know, tend to hedge toward conservatism.
I wonder why. It speaks to them. It talks to them about, you know, getting in the gym. It talks to them about getting their money up. It talks to them about being actually useful to society. And that's what men want to be. We want to be useful. We want to feel needed. You know, take notes, Democrats and anybody else on the left. You know, men want to feel needed. And if you keep telling us we don't need you, we don't need no man, okay, no problem. We'll go ahead and vote this way then, and I could just be pissed off.
Conservatism, because those clips speak to them better. The Joe Rogans of the world, all those, kind of conservative clips that they listen to or podcasts that they listen to.
Yeah, that's just that video. That I saw that quick clip right there, Associated Press, and it got me thinking of a lot of different things. Some of the stuff I just kind of rambled on in this video, but it's really crazy. Have y'all seen put in the comment section how you feel about, when the black women coming out saying we apologize because they seen black men voting in an 80% clip for Kamala. And it was like, oh, we're sorry because this goes back to what I said earlier. They want you to do what they want you to do. So if you're not doing what they want you to do, aka being a man and making your own decisions and leading, or at least trying to anyways, they don't like you. They say things like some of these other women talking about, if next time a cop has his knee on your neck, don't call me. Shit like that. These women say things like that. And some of these simp ass men, I think it was Uncle Luke that said some nonsense like that too. These are the things that these people say because they think that black men are supposed to do what they're told and just shut up. Nah, man. Nah, we want to actually lead like some of these women say that we're supposed to be leading. Like the Dr. Umar Johnson the Dr. Umar Johnsons of the world say that we're supposed to be leading. Well, then we're going to lead then. And right now, a lot of black men are seeing that the Democrats and everybody on the left are not giving us the tools or creating a proper environment for us to do just that, which is lead. Okay? So, we going over here. But anyway, until the next one, y'all be easy.